We are pleased to be the first to host first IDF Regional Conference, Dairy Conference for Africa. Dairy cattle rearing here in Rwanda provides a means of livelihoods to millions of our people, as it is in many other countries in Africa. We are grateful to the International Dairy Federation, IDF, for considering and accepting this Africa Dairy Premier event to be held here in Rwanda. Rwanda joined this global body in 2022, and we were the 40th country in the world of dairying.
And in fact, this year's theme of the conference, Sustainable Dairy for Prosperous Africa, resonates very deeply within IDF's mission. By leverage cutting-edge technology and fostering international partnership, we can ensure the long-term viability of the dairy sector, which benefits to producers, processors, suppliers, everybody across the supply chain, and also the consumer worldwide. As we move forward, it is very essential to continue embracing sustainability in all of its dimension and at all levels of the dairy value chain. This includes maintaining and even increasing the productive capacity of the dairy sector, providing decent livelihood for all stakeholders, and adapting to global challenges such as climate change and market fluctuations. By working together, we can build a resilient and sustainable global dairy ecosystem.
A strong dairy value chain ranges from production, value addition, marketing, and consumption. Should be the mainstay of a prosperous sector. This because any weaknesses in one of the chains or the linkages affects the whole system. I have seen, for example, when in a production and one piece of that chain gets stuck, then you are stuck. I've been to a factory where they have got stacks and stacks of production. So when that milk that has been packaged doesn't get access to market, it means the factory won't buy any more milk to produce. That has happened here, and I'm sure it happens elsewhere. So it has a negative feedback to the farmer if you can't buy their milk, and therefore they want to produce more milk. So that's what we mean by ensuring that each step of the value chain is fully operational. So we need to develop those linkages. This conference, therefore, we see it as an opportunity for sharing of experiences, innovations, and best practices. With delegates from various countries, we'll have a unique opportunity to learn from one another and build shared solutions. I'm just coming from Brazil. It's the only country in the world where I have spent 10 days, no rest, working. But out of the 10 days, 3 to 4 days, I was in farms, seeing the wonders Brazil has done. They have now an adopted breed they call Girirando, which has made farmers in Rwanda really, really very excited. It's a cross between a cow that originates from India. I hope we'll be able to share that experience. And it was upgraded, improved. And now we have a tropicalized, if I may use that word, that beautiful cow producing a lot of milk. So that's experience sharing. If I had more time, I would share what I learned and what we can learn from this kind of conference. So interact, learn from one another, learn from Canada, learn from India, learn from USA, learn from Kenya. We have had a number of our farmers going to Kenya to learn from there. And when we come to the end of this conference, at least we've got a standard for dairy livestock management. That's what I'm begging from this meeting. A standard. I'm inviting a group from Brazil to come to Rwanda to teach us, those management standards. I have visited farmers. Every farmer has got his own standard. So that's why I'm making that request. Dear audience, this forum fosters collaboration among governments, development partners, the private sector, farmers, and farmer cooperatives. By working together, we can overcome barriers and scale innovations for sustainable dairy development. Such a collaboration model has remarkably contributed to the Rwanda's dairy sector growth. Milk production tripled as it rose from 334,727 metric tons in 2010. Just in 15 years, we've been able to triple that figure. While per capita consumption doubled with increase from 37.3 to 79.9, almost 80 liters per capita. So that is an achievement, but we can double that in the next 3 years if we go by the prescription that we have given ourselves if you check our PSTA 5.
When we look at, there's a lot of international organization looking at supply and demand, and I'm an economist by trade, and we look at overall demand in the world. It continues to be larger than the supply available, and I'm not sure that additional supply will come from Europe or will come from North America or even Oceania. I think there's great potential in Africa, in South America, in various regions of the world where maybe the production and the productivity, India for example too. We've talked about India. We have our colleagues from India that are here. And there's a lot of potential to grow and to provide populations with healthy and nutritious food, because that's what dairy is. Dairy is milk. When consumers start to be introduced to dairy, they start introducing milk, but then there's cultured product like yogurt. But there's also cheese, there's butter, there's many other products that it can consume, and if you learn to. The next step then is to cook with dairy as well, which is very very good and very high quality product we have.
We produce around 2.9 million liters a day, but actually in terms of official, not official, formal channels, it ranges from around 750 to 1 million liters. So that gap actually means that we have to improve providing the processing technologies to ensure that milk consumed, which the most of the milk is consumed through informal sector. So we have to work towards ensuring that the milk consumed is increasing and becoming more and more safe. We don't support people consume milk which is not going through the formal sector. What it means actually is that when it goes through the formal sector, it's milk which has been processed and therefore ensuring that it's safe to consume.
What are you doing about it to lessen that gap?
Oh goodness, we are making big investments. We've got programs for farmer training, for improving their management, improving animal health. We've got programs for vaccination against some, common diseases.
farmers get subsidies for these programs. So we are making sure that we modernize the way farming is being done. And therefore that's a contribution. But the biggest contribution is that they are being capacitated in terms of knowledge, how a standard farm should be managed.